Alright, hello everyone and welcome to State of the Series address. I am the league owner or co-owner, AlexDA678, and today we're just going to be going over what the series will be like for next season. Let's start off with just basic stuff. We're going to remain tank for this season, or at least as long as we can. Yeah, we do know that the Roblox stuff, they're planning on getting rid of PSG physics, which is what we run off of, but quiet. But, we were originally a tank series because we wanted to be, like, more original. I mean, this is a, like, 2013, like, around there time zone when, like, A chassis was just becoming a thing. But, yeah, that's just basically it. Next, we're going to talk about gas tanks. We're going to be introducing those into the series. So this is going to get rid of the 40-minute maximum run time on the cars. It'll just make it easier for the officials. But, so that's really that. We're just introducing gas. But, let's go over the next thing. We're going to talk about Pro and AM drivers. So how that's going to work is that new drivers are automatically going to be considered AM, but before each race, before or after quals, they're going to have a chance to become pro drivers. They're going to have a certain time that they're going to have to beat. And if they beat that time, they are automatically pro drivers. It's going to be kind of like hard. It's going to be a little like I guess what I'm trying to say is that we want the good drivers in the better classes, which are P1 and GT2. So if they do not pass the test or if they don't come, they can only be signed to the GTI and the P2 class. And then after the season, we'll do it we'll test them and see if they can go up and become a pro driver. But pro drivers, they have the option to choose whatever class that they want to race in. But also team owners can start a team in whatever class, even if that team owner is an AM driver. It's kind of weird, I know, it's confusing, but yeah, that's how that's going to work. Finally, what we are going to do now is the introduction of the P2 class. So, I'm going to give you some little statistics. P2s are going to handle a lot like the prototypes, but they are going to be 230 SPS as their maximum speed. So they will be slower than P1s, but they will be faster than the GT2s. Now, if you guys want to follow me, I will go unveil the P2 car for next season. Let me just sprint on over here. You guys are welcome to come and stand up and join me. So if you come over here to this car, this is our prototype undercover, and we're just going to go ahead and select that, and that is our P2 car template. How this is going to work is for like teams that want to create their own P2, because we are allowing that, is I'm gonna highlight, I'm gonna paint red some of the parts that will be changed, which is gonna be mainly like the nose, the headlights, the fenders, pretty much like behind the wheels, and the rear. And they're gonna have to be changed, they have to change all of that pretty much. But so that's P2. Their class color is going to be like a light blue. We do not have full number plates developed yet for the next season. So that is the car. You can come and look at the back here if you do want. It's different than the P1s. It looks similar, but it is really powerful back though. You can see how there's little spoilers around the fenders. But this is the Alton ARX. I think it was 02A. Looks a lot like an Oreca 03 because that's kind of what it was based off of. But that's the prototype, and that's pretty much how this is going to work. We might also change the wheels to match the class, but they'll stay Grimelli. You look surprised. And now what we're going to do is come unveil the schedule. So we're going to come across this aisle over here, and so like Mutant, you already know the schedule, at least as far as I know. But we are still going to unveil it anyways, so we're going to pull off the cover, and this is the schedule. You can see that the first two races remain the same. You got the 72 minutes of Sebring, or the Sebring 1.2, or the 1.2 hours of Sebring, whatever it's called. Then you got the, we go to Melbourne at the Albert Park Street Circuit for a 60-minute race. Then we head to Circuit de Milan, new race, 60 minutes. And then we head to Circuit de la Sarthe for the 1.2, or Le Mans 1.2, or whatever. Then we head to Circuit Park Zolder for 60 minutes. Then we go to 60 minutes of SNTT Circuit. You can see that a lot of the longer races were actually kind of shortened, and a lot of the smaller races were actually lengthened. That's how we kept like kind of the same times. Like literally the only difference is like we're only a minute longer on average race time, so that's pretty good. Then we have the Nürburgring Nordschleife. So that's going to be the full, like, whatever, 13-mile or 13-kilometer long circuit, however long it is. And then we have the Providence Street Circuit for 70 minutes. That was a very popular race this season. So that's what it's going to be this season. Then we're going to head to the 45 minutes of Silverstone. This is kind of going to be like a special race. This is when we're going to release the next Save the Series as well. And then we head to another fan favorite, Saitama Motorsports Park. That was really good, as Mutant dies. That was a really good race last year, or last season. We head there next week, the time of recording this. And then, round 11, we're heading to the Miami Street Circuit. Alright then. We head to the Miami Street Circuit for the, hold on, 1, 2, for the third street circuit of the season. It's also going to be the final. And we're going to head to the Daytona International Speedway Roval. This is highly requested. And then that's going to be a 60-minute long race. We're going to actually start in the day and end of the night there. Same with Providence. But for Zolder, we're going to start in like the early morning and go to like later morning. So that's going to be kind of cool. And Ottawa is just going to be a full daytime race. And then finally, we're going to keep this the same as last season. We're going to head to the 100 minutes of Road America, or the Grimelli Grimelli Tire Sports Car Challenge. Sponsorships for this race, for these races, have yet to be announced, but that's what it is going to be. So that's pretty much the state of the series. I'm just going to run back up here. Also, Mutant, you also have the ability to sit in these white chairs since you were a board of director. Yeah, that's pretty much the season. So we're gonna have 4 classes this year, which is gonna be quite interesting. But yeah, we're gonna keep the same logo, same title sponsor, and 14 races. That's really it. So thank you all for coming, and we'll see you here, or not here, but we'll see you tomorrow at the Silverstone for 4 or 5 minutes of Silverstone. That got a little LC'd earlier. So see you guys then. Have a good rest of your night.